Okay, so you're new to mountain biking and you're looking for the right bike, and finding the right one is an agonizing search. It's expensive. You don't want to make the wrong decision because the wrong decision is very expensive. Um, a proper mountain bike, full suspension, is going to cost you well over $1,000, easy. For a good one, it's going to be well over 2,000. Um, and so finding the right bike is important. And the two main things are the rear suspension, because you can't change them out, and the front fork, because they're expensive to change out. The frame is important because you want to get a frame that's good, it's going to last, it's going to hold up. Yeah, I'm not pushing Giant necessarily, but Giant does have a lifetime warranty. It's very effective. I actually had a frame replaced. It was replaced within 2 weeks. I think that's very worthwhile. Some people will have a crack in their frame and not be able to ride for several months. They were very responsive in getting it taken care of, which is nice. It's nice to see in a company. The rear suspension, something you want to look for is not having to switch this Pro Pedal switch. What Pro Pedal does, it's a Fox technology, and what it does is it firms up the shock so that when you're pedaling, you don't get bob. Okay, bob saps your energy and makes a climb unbearable, especially for a guy like me. I'm 260 pounds and I have fibromyalgia, so any advantage I can get is well appreciated. I don't have to flip the switch when I'm climbing. That's because of the suspension. The suspension, it counteracts that bob, and it also counteracts brake jack, which is when your suspension locks up when you hit the rear brakes. Frankly, you need that rear suspension when you're hitting the brakes to keep the traction. So that's important. Seeing, two suspension links here instead of just one pivot, something where the entire bike can move up and down, and something where this is connected here. Those are important considerations. DW Link has that, Niner has that, Giant has that. So things like that, those are what you want to look for. Again, where you have to flip the switch, I wouldn't go for it. And there are some other technologies out there that automatically control that to where it's always firm, and there are good things and bad things about it. Demo a bike, that's a way to go. It'll really tell you a lot about how it rides and stuff. But so that's why it's important for the rear frame. The fork is your life of your suspension. If you get a coil sprung fork, you're not going to enjoy it. They just don't feel good. These soak up the bumps, something insane. It's almost unreal, the technology nowadays. But I'd say go out and ride a bike if there's a demo in your area. I don't care which manufacturer it is, go ride them. Demos are usually free. They just take your driver's license and you go out and ride on a trail, not just around the bike parking lot, but on an honest to goodness trail, and find out how the bike really performs. And it's not going to perform as well as if the bike was completely pro-fitted to you, but it'll definitely give you a good idea of how the bike rides and how it performs. Also, pay attention to your size of the frame. I'd say listen to your bike shop. I've seen people, and I almost fell into this category, being convinced that they needed the next size down because it felt snappier. But it's really, there's a whole lot of geometry involved in the bike, how far your seat is and stuff like that. If you get that wrong, it's an uncomfortable thing, and then you realize, oh gosh, I need the next size up, and then you're in trouble. And the same thing can apply if you get the next size up and it's the wrong size. That can be an issue too. You're too stretched out on the bike. When you get a pro fit or a proper bike fit, you can kind of tell if the bike is right in that point, as if you're within the frame rails on your seat adjustment. The seat moves forward and back. If you're too far forward, the bike is too big. If you're too far back, the bike is too small. This bike, as you can see, it's pro-fitted for me, and it's almost a little big for me, but it's definitely within the rails. So, and I moved this seat back a little bit when I first got it, and got a serious leg cramp. So fit's important, and I'll go into bike fit another time. But Anyway, those are the things. Don't buy a bike because of the pedals. Don't buy a bike because of the tires. Don't buy a bike because of the grips or any of that, or the seat. That's all changeable. When I first got this bike, I thought this seat was going to kill me. I wouldn't change it. This seat allows me to slide forward on the bike when I'm doing a climb, and it's awesome. Padded bike shorts. The thicker, the better. Or the more dense, I should say. You don't want something real fluffy. You want it dense so that it gives you more padding. Some people just go to a completely plastic seat to save weight and all that stuff. And that's another consideration too when you're new into mountain biking. Weight's important. It is. But if you're a big guy like me, I'm a Clydesdale. I'm a 260. Clydesdale is anything over 200. You don't need to save weight, honestly. It's not going to do anything for you. You've got a lot more weight to lose on yourself than on your bike. But all the other parts. I've changed out the rotors, changed out the handlebars to better fit me, and have the seat. You want the seat kind of high. You don't want to be stretching to reach your pedals, but if you can touch the ground flat-footed, your seat is definitely way too low. You need to be up in the air. I know it seems counterintuitive for some people that are used to riding BMXs and stuff like that, but really, having your seat adjusted properly, it's going to make your ride, or it's going to make your legs cramp up if you got it wrong. So, anyway, good luck finding the right bike. I would say check into Giant. I've been real happy with it. I've had one bike where I've had friends who have been through several. Some of my friends have been through as many as 5 bikes, and these things aren't cheap. So find the right one. And I haven't felt the need to get a new bike. I'm really interested in the Trance 29er because I've ridden it and it's a fantastic bike, but it's not like this bike is, anything less. This is a fantastic bike. Will the Trance handle drop-offs a little better? Yeah, it's better in the air than this bike. But this bike excels on heading downhill. So, this is the bike that's won Downeyville, which is treacherous downhill. So, it's worth checking out. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry to ramble on.